Battle of the Blades, Happy Accident, Happy Review, Hasbro, GIJoe Classified, Storm Shadow Version 2,
Versus
Valaverse Action Force SENSHI.
Power Up.
Good to Joe. In the blue corner, GIJoe Storm Shadow. In the black corner, Action Force SENSHI. 1/12 scale action figures destined to face off in my Versus review. I'm gonna cover the good, the bad, the ugly. Get detailed looks at the accessories, hit some poses, and more. Thanks for joining me. Now let's
Fight on.
Storm Shadow comes in a standard classified window box package. Toy photography on the back, but no file card. SENSHI packed in a Series 5 blister card. Includes file card, 2 action points, and cross-sell promoting figures in the wave. Storm Shadow's packaging is designed to be very collector-friendly. SENSHI's packaging is designed to be ripped or sliced open. I appreciate the display nubbin. If opened with care, the contents can be reinserted and the package can be redisplayed, therefore pseudo-collector-friendly. Storm Shadow retails for $24.99 and includes 10 accessories, 2 Tekko Kagi, 2 Ridge Hands, and 2 Fists, 2 katanas with painted cord wrap, compound bow molded in black plastic, possibly inspired by the Raptor 32 backpack quiver molded in black plastic. SENSHI retails for $29.99 and includes 20 accessories. Customizable tactical helmet, crest, mask, and 4-eye night vision, 2 cup hands, 2 grab hands, 2 fists, fully painted katana and scabbard. Honey Badger inspired rifle with suppressor, 3 magazines, a SOCOM MK23 and suppressor, and figure stand. Let's take a closer look at the figures unarmed. Happy tip, apply heat prior to pop or swap. Storm Shadow V2 is an update of the Series 7 figure released in 1988, molded in white and black plastic, painted details in white, gray, flesh, red, and black. Figure height is just over 6 inches. This marks the 3rd release of the fan favorite character, and the first in his turn as a member of GIJoe. SENSHI is inspired by Budo, the GIJoe's hand-to-hand combat instructor, released in 1988 as part of Series 7. Molded in desert sand, black, olive drab, and flesh tone. Painted details include olive drab, gray, red, black, and steel. Figure's height is just over 6 inches. Coming up, these two are gonna scrap, but first, they need to gear up. Storm Shadow's accessories. Backpack features elements for stowing his bow and claws. Sculpted arrows are non-removable. Left and right letters engraved on the inside of their respective claws. No instructions for stowing the claws on the backpack, so I experimented with a variety of ways. More on that topic and this bow, which we really need to talk about in my final thoughts. I did find a way to attach the bow, which is fairly secure. Peg on the backpack plugs into the hole on Storm Shadow's back. Katana swords slide firmly into each scabbard. Storm Shadow geared up. Let's take a closer look. SENSHI's accessories. Fast tactical helmet is fully customizable. 4 Eyes night vision goggles are hinged for added play value. Samurai inspired face mask plugs in with ease. And the crest plugs into the same port used by the night vision goggles. Sidearm can be outfitted with a suppressor. Shoutouts to David, Jeremy, Orlando, and Ben from the Legions of Valaverse Facebook group for helping me identify real-world inspiration for SENSHI's armaments. Sidearm and suppressor holster neatly. Katana fits snug in the scabbard and provides a satisfying click. Unlike Storm Shadow, SENSHI's scabbard is removable. Rifle is sculpted to the nines. Magazine secured with friction. Suppressor, like a glove. Nowhere to stow the rifle, so I'll have to equip it in hand. Includes thigh storage for 2 mags. Desert-themed figure stand has more than enough foot pegs. There's also a slot for the file card. For a real good time, check out my video on action points and file cards. Link below. Let's take a closer look at SENSHI geared up.
Apologies for the music. The tracks I want to use are copyright struck. I hope y'all can overlook it.
GIJoe Versus Action Force will return after these messages.
No, Striker. Can we trust these aliens?
Dodge this!
Word.
Yeah! Blaster!
Blasted.
Round 1. Fight.
I guess I have no choice.
Winner. Storm Shadow. Round 2. Fight. Winner. Senshi. Round 3. Fight.
Senshi, each of us are capable of achieving victory in combat. I share your sentiment. Then you have foreseen paths which lead to life as well as death. I have. Should we draw swords and challenge fate? Or temper steel and surrender to destiny?
Draw.
Hey, if you're digging the video, tap that like button. It really helped me out. And consider subscribing if you're not already, but if you are, thanks.
Comparisons.
Crocmaster, Condor, Sleepwalker, Iron Grenadier, Foot Soldier, Lexor, Jitsu, Merman, Bowlegs, Ryu, Yori,
すぐ楽にしてやる。
Optimus Prime, Danny Catches.
Hell Cycle.
Say, that's a nice bike. Are we having fun yet? Alright, it's time for my happy thoughts, my final thoughts. Let's start with Storm Shadow. Gotta talk about this backpack. It is a hot mess, I'm telling y'all. First off, the back of the box shows that you can put the bow on the side, but yeah, right. I'm fairly positive it goes right here and just like that. I tried a number of combinations for the claws. I can get an area near the tip of the claws to snap into place, which makes me think I'm doing it right, but it's just flip-flopping all over the place on the other end. I flipped them every which way, and then this one seems to hold them pretty tight, but you know what? I don't know if I want those claws poking me in my back. If you're someone that doesn't get into pop and swap body parts, you might have an issue with the claws because you do need to take the fist off and then you need to put it around the forearm. And I do worry about it stressing right there. It is a stress mark putting that hard plastic on there. Be careful. Swords are fine, made of better plastic than what we usually get with these figures. Add some paint to spice them up. Okay, we gotta talk about this bow because I'm telling you, it's a little warp coming out the package. But here's the deal. Okay, so I've shot compound bows. I own compound bow. And I don't know what the designers at Hasbro were thinking, but the counterweight does not go where the sights go. Okay, it goes below the hand. And then we got this trigger finger here with a weird fingernail flash hanging off the end of it. The hand fits okay, but look at this. So what, do they think this is like a machine gun right here at the top? See, when you fire your bow and then you loose the arrow and then the bow tips forward like that when you got the counterweight on it, and it's like a follow through. But okay, but hey, listen, enough about the bow. I'm sorry, Hasbro, try again. Are we gonna get a compound bow from Valaverse? Is there already one out? Did I miss that? I'm just telling you though, but okay, enough about the bow. So he's got all these cool armor bits, elements on him. He's got the ropes and everything, and I think you could get those off around his head, but the scabbards, everything's attached to standard GIJoe classified. I like the boots. The paint is really clean on this figure. I mean, the figure itself, I really like this figure. I think it's a great update. He's got that Orishikage tattoo on the forearm. I'm digging the Stormtrooper belt. There's a lot to like here. All right, let's touch on Senshi. I like his focused, calm, collected head sculpt. Love the customizable options with the helmet. Be mindful, you really can't put it on unless you do the face mask separately with the helmet already on. And then the crest, it does pop off. It popped off on me at least a dozen times when I was just playing with him. It stays on, but it pops off too. Valaverse does fantastic alternate hands, and I'm a big fan of hand swaps. Series 5 offers alternate hand packs too. That's really dope. But I want some hit reaction hands. I like the design of the hand plugs better on Valaverse. One of my favorites for action figures in general. though Storm Collectibles has them dialed in for quick stop-motion animation swaps. Side note, Action Force hands are not swappable with classified figs. For the uninitiated, Action Force figures are highly customizable, especially in the realm of kit bash customizing. Everything you see here that I'm calling out can be easily removed. You just apply some heat and get them nice and pliable, and then slip them right off. Same thing goes with the vest, and if you don't believe me, well, I've got quite a few customs that I made myself. Pop and swap torsos, feet, everything. Look at this. So we got all kinds of stuff that I got going on, man. I made several custom figures, and I had a blast doing it. A little bit of patience, a little bit of heat, and a lot of imagination. There you go. Senshi's katana is really nice, fully painted. Mine did chip a little bit on this tip. Definitely like that you can remove the scabbard, of course the mags and everything. Normally there's a knife back here, that's a knife, but not on Senshi. I thought he would come with one, you know, being who he is, a close to hand-to-hand combat.
Articulation.
Overall, these guys are fairly comparable. Action Force got him beat in the head and neck, and this classified figure's chest, torso is using a more old school style, you know, with that hinge there, where Action Force, you can't really see it, but under this armor, there's actually two body parts with ball pegs, so you get a lot of animation in there. However, his hard plastic vest is restricting that mobility, but trust me, it's there. Everything else fairly comparable. I'll just go through and show you this, but what I want to talk about is the materials. So still Action Force materials, they take the cake. They're very smooth. The joints are nice and refined, and as new figures have come out, I've noticed, especially with the most recent Condor, everything just seems to be getting really dialed in there at Valaverse, and they don't seem to be dropping the ball, and they're causing other companies, you know, to step up their game. And it's noticeable with companies like GIJoe and their Street Fighter line, especially at the price point, you know, that Valaverse and Classified and like figures are going for these days. This is an area I'd like to see improved on both figures. I just want some more foot tilt upwards. It's surfaceable. It works. Yeah, oh, also, Storm Shadow can fit on the figure stand. I think there's too many pegs on this new figure stand, but both of them fit on all kinds of figure stands. There's a lot more I could say about these figures. Definitely some greatness here, especially in the character design. Action Force wins a lot of the categories, but Storm Shadow, he's Storm Shadow. Let me know your pick below.
Fine, all my guys are dead.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. Man, I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. I've got some more here. I've got some playlists for y'all to peep. If you feel like binging, that'd be great. And hey, if you did like it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. You're the best around.
What you got? GIJoe. You ain't got figure stands. Action Force. Action Force.